Nick Cohn, who's a senior traffic expert at TomTom. Nick joins us now from Amsterdam. Nick, thanks so much for your time. Listen, what's the solution? Because presumably we can't keep adding lanes to roads and just widening existing roads.
Exactly, and thank you for having me. Well, we are at TomTom are really on a mission to reduce congestion, reduce emissions, and make mobility safer. And that's a huge challenge with this increasing number of vehicles and bigger populations, more urbanization. And you're exactly right. It's really proven that adding lanes does not really end up improving the problem. We cannot build our way out of congestion. So what we really need to do is provide more alternatives and good alternatives that move large numbers of people off of the roads or to traveling at different times of day. So you may have seen the TomTom Traffic Index, which we publish every year. And there we provide a lot of online information about what times of day to avoid. If people can, number one, change the time of day that they travel, they can save a lot of travel time. If they can change the way that they travel. So cities that are doing good jobs are essentially providing lots of alternatives for traveling. Like in Istanbul, for example, there's been a lot of infrastructure investment in rail transport. In Amsterdam, more than half of the trips are made by cycle. So they're not contributing to traffic congestion or emissions. But we need more innovation, and that's really one of the things that TomTom is working on. But we need to do it in a collaborative way. It's not going to be just a government, city government solving it, just industry solving it, just automakers solving it. We need to work at it together.
How much are you guys in touch with AI companies, artificial intelligence, and companies that are making smart cars? Is that the answer?
That's definitely one of the directions where we will find some answers. It's going to be a mix. We are doing a lot in terms of AI. We have an AI expertise center ourselves at TomTom. We are working on electric and automated driving applications for the future. And the big question is, we know we can reduce emissions with EVs, with electric vehicles. Can we, with automated vehicles, actually reduce congestion, reduce the number of vehicles on the road at any given time? And that's still really something that we need to investigate. I'm watching the video that you're showing now with flying vehicle options, and certainly for the people who are using those, they will save time. But will they save time for a lot of people? Will they really impact the overall congestion level in cities? That remains to be seen.
You know, Nick, one of the questions that simply hasn't been addressed so far is about the ethics of smart cars. And I'm not going to put that to you. I just think it's a really interesting thing for viewers to start thinking about. You know, you imagine a smart car that is autonomous and it suddenly realizes, making the AI calculations, that it's about to have a crash. But if it crashes, the driver is going to die. But if it veers off 60 degrees to one side, it's going to possibly kill a pedestrian. I'm just throwing that out there for the benefit of the viewer. I don't want to put you in a position to answer that sort of question. But tell me about if it's possible. Do you actually believe if it's possible to make city centers of the big capitals of the world completely car-free? Is that a possibility?
Absolutely. So actually, there are a lot of cities in the world who are already closing roads to traffic. It's something we saw long ago in the 70s, was not necessarily so successful, but it's happening now where you provide alternatives like public transport, like cycling, perhaps electric shared vehicles. You can definitely close roads in the center of the city as long as you have other ways for people to get around. And it improves the quality of life, it improves health. And in many cases, so recently in Amsterdam last year, they actually shut down some of the through roads in the city center permanently. And we measured that the total congestion level in the city of Amsterdam went down slightly. So if you do it in a smart way, it can really work.
Nick, thank you for your time. Nick Cohn speaking to us from Amsterdam.